Formula 1 returns to Germany now for the first time since 2014. The main news was that McLaren and Renault both brought an aero upgrade to Germany, and hoping that they can increase their positions up the order for both of their drivers. They also want to catch up to Carlsberg BMW, who, despite having the same engine as them, have been outscoring them at recent races. Renault are planning an engine upgrade for Britain, although this timeline is iffy and could actually be delayed until Azerbaijan, or even further delayed until the next series. Meanwhile, Mercedes have ordered a review on how poor the second half of the 2019 season is going for them. If you remember back to the first race in Brazil, Bottas was actually won, and even so afterwards they still had a good round of results. However, the development race has caught up on them. With the failures of developers, there seems to be a change in their R&D department. Many also technical and sporting staff at Mercedes, who have been at the team for many years now, are either being reassigned or given gardening leave. Toto Wolff says that this restructuring will hopefully allow them to gain results back. But looking at the grid, Lewis Hamilton, first pole this season, lines up on pole. About Pierre Gasly is in P2, good job for Renault. Leclerc is third, and Daniel Ricciardo, good job for him, he's up in P4, showing McLaren does have some good pace. Hulkenberg is fifth for Renault, and Stoffel Van Dorn is sixth from Red Bull, two good qualifyings for him in that car. Peter Harmson is seventh for Carlsberg BMW team. Sergio Perez is appointed down to be in P8 despite leading the championship. Valtteri Bottas is in P9, in Mercedes in the top 10, and Nico Rosberg starts 10th. Outside the top 10, got Sebastian Vettel again, disappointed. Carlos Sainz is there as well in 12th. Once again, disappointed he can be there. Kevin Magnussen was slower than his teammate yet again. He starts 13th. Max Verstappen had a terrible qualifying, complaining of the handling. He starts 14th. 15th and 16th, the two Alfa Romeos, with Giovinazzi ahead of Raikkonen, both of them looking forward to this track with the Alfa Romeo pace looking good. And then at the back, on 9th row, it's Ocon ahead of Verline, two former teammates from earlier on, and Russell heads Kvyat on the back row of the grid for today's German Grand Prix. Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another video of Final Fantasy Formula 1 part number 10 today for the German Grand Prix here. Yes, we may not actually get the German Grand Prix in future years, but I love coming to Hockenheim in recent years. I haven't been, to be honest, this track has actually beaten the Nürburgring in recent years for me. Obviously this is the only career mode that it's actually been on, but I did actually, in a race that was off screen once, I remember I actually managed to win here in the wet as well, which I don't really do well in the wet, but so yes, it's a race that I can get good points on, but usually it's around the end of the top 10. Obviously the car is there, so
you should have some space going into the first corner, so try to keep it tidy.
So yes, we're in P7. We have, unfortunately, unlike the previous round in Hungary, this round in Germany, we have to go on the ultra soft tyre and then do a 2-stop, whereas others around us might be doing the 1-stop. So we go for 5 red lights. Go! It's a woeful start. I mean, Bottas is already past us and Perez. We're going to go around the outside. Have to get a little bit iffy on the outside. Have to take avoiding action. Rosberg is already up to P8. Going to back down the inside of Rosberg. Hit with Rosberg down the inside. Rosberg is still there on our inside, and he will have the upper hand. We're going to have to rich it up. Yeah, we just didn't really want to be forced off track there, but I had to take avoiding action. But yeah, Rosberg really didn't. That contact with Rosberg really threw me off, and unfortunately got there. The two Mercedes, their home in the Grand Prix, not doing very well. Vettel now ahead of Bottas as well. Vettel on the soft tyres. We do not want to lose out to Vettel. We've got Bottas as well. We need to catch up to the cars in front and overtake them, because we'll be making an extra stop than most of the cars behind. We've lost a couple of positions, Jeff. We're down to P9. Threats around me include Bottas, but I'm going to look around the outside of Nico Rosberg here. Almost might try to make the move work. We've done quite a couple of good, nice moves in this season. I'm not going to lie, but that one wasn't going to be one of them. Unfortunately, we get the curbing there, and Rosberg, of course, sails off into the sunset with the power of the Audi. Ends up moving to lap 2. Down the inside, though, up into the hairpin, and Rosberg's been held up by Ricciardo and Van Dorn. Rosberg's going to come back at us, but we're going to squeeze him to the inside there, and he's going to lose out there big time, and back down to P9 for Nico Rosberg. Of course, though, you guessed it, it's not going to last for long. Moving to lap 5, Rosberg is indeed, he's not only got the faster engine, but he's also got DRS. I mean, look at him, he's pretty much already in France, but however, as he come back to turn 1, we reel him into racing knots and go down his inside, such the poor error. They are getting better, Williams, but they are not there yet that levels need to be Rosberg comfortable as we come into the pits for our first 2 stops this afternoon. Leclerc is in. I think Perez has already gone through. No, Perez is in with us as well. We're going to come out with Bottas, who is in last place and 19th place for us. That's very nice for us. We do, however, though, come out ahead of Rosberg as he comes out, although Hulkenberg is now the next car up. Remember back to Hungary, the mediums failed, the Renaults really, and Gasly of course had that poor race. However, he is at the front in P2 as we're catching up now to that heavier, horrible car George Russell's to drive down the inside. Double dive bomb! That's what we like to see, the double dive bomb in force of Verline and Russell now. Of course, those two going head to head, really not really in. I think Verline tries to turn in on this, but of course the man is the same age as I had time to go and do one. We're going to follow Hulkenberg through. We're going to closing up to the torpedo, who slows us down. Van Dorn is coming out, so we're gaining massive amount of time on the cars ahead. Down the inside of 2 cars, and the double dive bomb has worked again. Hulkenberg lost out to Kvyat on the outside there, so he should have gone for the inside line. But then of course Hulkenberg kept it out, and of course got the move done in the second part of that corner. Now, up at the front, our teammate leads the Grand Prix from Sebastian Vettel and Max Verstappen. They are all doing the 1 stop. So it's then really out of sequence at the moment. It's only when everybody's made their final stop they go 3 wide. With Leclerc, I think is no, not Leclerc. Van Dorn might be doing an extra stop. I don't know. Yes, Van Dorn looks like he's doing an extra stop this afternoon. He's on another set of Ultrasofts, so he might be doing the 3 stop. So I may be great Formula 1's rules, but the Van Dorn, really, the Honda engine isn't doing you any favours, mate. So we have DRS on him, down the inside, up to the hairpin, and up into P10. So we come up to Kimi Räikkönen now in the Alfa Romeo. This is going to be a good test. We've got Van Dorn behind us, we have got DRS. He's going to have a bit of slipstream, and he's going to come back at us. We're going to go 3 wide. No, we're not. We're going to have another little bit, half a 1.5 dive bombs there. Down the inside, Kimi Räikkönen and up into P9. Now, I'm not sure where Giovinazzi is. We're following Carlos Sainz now, who is ahead of, I believe it is Sergio Perez in the Williams. Although Sainz is out the race, so he got stuck for 15 laps in the queue. Well, there's Giovinazzi up ahead. Oh, Giovinazzi! Don't know what happened with Giovinazzi and Sainz. Get a replay in a minute, but Sainz there should have pulled off. What happened here? Did he lose his front wing? I don't think he did, but he got lucky, I think, there. He's carried on, Giovinazzi. I mean, we're going to have him here into turn 1 anyway. To be fair, he's not doing a bad job on that alternative strategy this afternoon. Although, especially the fact where he started down outside the points. But if he wants a bit of a drive elsewhere, he's going to have to, I think it's some other cars. Gasly is in for, I think, his second stop. Perez is in. A couple of the cars ahead of us are coming, of course, that were up front. This is Nico Rosberg on Nico Hulkenberg. Pretty easy for the Williams driver in the end, with the mighty power of the Audi engine. So we've seemed to have stayed out for quite a long time on these soft tyres. I mean, they're not going off. We're coming in at the end of lap 19 as Lewis Hamilton is out in front, but it's interesting that we've come up to P2. I mean, we're not going to be anywhere near. Gasly, I think, has yet. Rosberg and Hulkenberg, I think, are yet to stop. Gasly has made a stop. We're going to come into our final stop for another set of soft tyres. Soft tyres running well. We're coming out in P9. We've got Leclerc out behind us. I think, though, it's Van Dorn who comes out ahead of Leclerc.
Conditions look stable at the moment. No rain currently expected.
No rain in forecast, despite the fact it looks heavier. As Rosberg now and Hulkenberg are coming through for their final stops, and Leclerc actually is going to go into the mix of them. Is Leclerc going to get ahead of Rosberg? I think they're going to go side by side. We'll get a look at this. So they come out the pit side by side. Ferrari against Williams, and it looks like Leclerc's actually going to get that better of Rosberg. Up at the front, of course, it's Hamilton and Gasly. Gasly is closed the gap big time by that undercut on Hamilton, but it'll be one of these two who wins the Grand Prix, and one of these two we're going to, as we're following now, our teammate up ahead, Kevin Magnussen. He's ahead of us on track because he's made one less stop. He is fighting Sebastian Vettel. These two are the next cars up on track for us, and here they are on lap 27. They're going to go around the outside of Sebastian Vettel, nothing doing. But we are on the soft tyres. The tyres in front are all on the mediums, which means we can make the advantage. We're going to go 3 wide, overtake Vettel and Magnussen down into the hairpin. Another double dive bomb. Thank you very much, P5. Rosberg, unfortunately, Magnussen and Vettel couldn't keep their results. Rosberg, Hulkenberg and Leclerc all were battling for those. They had the better tyre. That was a very lonely race to the finish, unfortunately for us. We're going to come home for P5 with Verstappen finishing P4. Not bad.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
I think that was a good race for us. We didn't really have much of the pace, and also we were compromised by making the 2 stop. Verstappen made up 10 places on the 1 stop, so clearly that poor qualifying of his is actually turned that out into be P4. Leclerc had a horrendous race in the end. He started P3, finished only in P8. That's dented his championship, especially Perez leading. Rosberg, Hamilton, of course, getting his first victory as reigning world champion. Magnussen and Vettel finished rounding out the top 10. Outside the top 10, Stoffel Vandoorne gets no points, unfortunately. Giovinazzi and Ricciardo got no points. Ricciardo started P4, remember. Still no points for McLaren. Bottas also dreadful 14th. Raikkonen was 15th. Ocon and Russell 16th, with the two Toro Rossos struggling in the last positions. With Carlos Sainz, I'm not sure, I think he would probably been in 12th place, which wouldn't have been a bad beating Ricciardo. So Perez now has a 11-point lead over Charles Leclerc. Lewis Hamilton moves clear into 3rd place, ahead of myself in 4th. Rosberg is 5th, ahead of Bottas in 6th. Vettel is 7th. Gasly is catching both of them in 8th. Verstappen is 9th. Vandoorne 10th. Ricciardo struggling 11th. And Hülkenberg rounds out the top 12. In terms of the constructors, Ferrari are in P1, from Williams in P2, Mercedes in P3. That order hasn't really changed. The gap between ourselves and Red Bull is still at 5 points. So that's going really close. Renault are there or thereabouts. McLaren are dropped off, and they're now going to have to settle for 7th place. With Alfa Romeo with that 1 point, keeping them in 8th. Force One and Toro Rosso unlikely to score, although we've still got Azerbaijan to come. So yes, that's going to be it for episode number 10. Just a quick note that F1 Emod is coming back. I know it has been quite a while since I'd uploaded a video on that. I have got that I'm ending the end of the videos that I've done for this, so that will be my next job, is to edit all those as well. And I've also finished recording that series, so yes, hope that will all be coming very soon. But back to this, next episode will be at part 11, and it will be in Belgium, which will be a good part to see. So yeah, stick around for that. Hit subscribe if you want to, and also turn the notification bell on if you're interested in that. But yes, that's going to be it. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you next time. Take care, enjoy your day, and goodbye.